Age of Mythology has returned, and it's a special game to me. I used to play this game till the hours wreaked havoc in the morning while battling ancient giant monsters and creatures from the deep. This unique blend of combining cultures that did interact with each other but never fully went into a full-on mythological warfare as in real life. As much as I want that to happen, it will not. Now it's been 2 decades, and I believe it is making a triumphant return. This is a franchise beloved by many fans of the Age of Empires series or the real-time strategy genre, and honestly, Age of Mythology is just a fun game. Here you got a bunch of monsters and gods from different universes, and you just make them fight as if you're playing, toy soldiers or something like that, right? But I'm hoping that the retold version will be a game that many players like us will play for thousands of hours and for centuries, depending on how long we survive. But what I really want is this game to fix the fundamental issues of Age of Mythology. That is from screen resolution to bugs to having new improved story to having more better graphics, so it can introduce a new age of mythology to a new audience. And that's the best thing. At the same time, I was a bit disappointed that Age of Mythology wasn't going into the full realism mode, as in it would have more realistic graphics, it would showcase much more less cartoonish graphics, if you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, it depends on what people want. I'm still excited for Age of Mythology. I'm just going to be giving you my reasons as to why I love Age of Mythology and why it's fantastic, why it needs to return, why we need more Age of Empires content, why we need Age of Empires to continue throughout the decades. I love playing with mythological gods from all the realms of Egyptian, Norse and Viking mythology. Sometimes I felt that the game sure had its quirks, its flaws. Let's say the story was very entertaining with some great voice acting, and then it had some cliched voice dialogue, cliche voice actors. It was a bit of a mixture, to say the least. But if I loved any civilization, it was the Egyptians under Osiris and Sekhmet. The Norse and the Vikings didn't. The Norse and the Greeks didn't interest me that much. But with the Egyptians, you gained a lot. You gained Magi, elephants, powerful spells, and scarabs. This is the franchise that decided to do, hey, why don't we combine all these civilizations and their gods together and let's see how they do against each other. And I believe the result was something amazing. But Age of Mythology I always felt was underrated. It was more like a mini Age of Empires 3, where it was appreciated but not that appreciated as it should have been, because Age of Mythology has all the great elements of what makes the game fun. Great soundtrack, great story to a degree, great graphics. For its time, it was great. And I was just honestly baffled when I read about it that the release wasn't as well received as it should have been. Age of Mythology maybe also had a flaw in one sense, where if you had the civilizations with your 3 gods that would invoke that power, you essentially didn't have much variety in that sense. The variety meaning that, okay, I choose Hades, I choose Kronos, or I choose XYZ, but I'm still playing the same civilization. That they do something a bit unique, a bit different, to add in a bit of more variety, to add in a bit more. But what excites me about Retold is this. As I've said, the Forgotten Empires team is behind the remake, and they're the ones that make the fantastic DE edition. And if you play DE, you will know it's a really great experience, and I've enjoyed it. So I welcome, like many Age of Empires fans, more of this content. As I've said, I hope that the remake fixes a lot of issues, screen resolution issues, bugs in the original campaign, which means you can't hear anything of the voice actors' dialogues. And if there's brand new civilization and new units, why not? Heck, I was always surprised we never had the Aztecs, or the Incas, or anything else. Retold gives a chance to redo Age of Mythology. And I really would hope that the monsters and all the new units get their new designs, and I can't wait to play with bejeweled crocodiles to harness the power of the sun to attack the mighty one-eyed Cyclops. Heck, I want to summon tornadoes, desert winds, earth-shattering quakes, and more. As much as I've stressed upon parts of the original campaign which were really good, it was never the most strongest of stories. It wasn't Oscar-winning material. It was always somewhere in the middle. And you can see that there were problems with dialogue, with some spelling, all that type of stuff. Sometimes great, sometimes not so much. I hope that the story this time is rewritten to reflect more of what we've seen in different interpretations of mythology in recent video games, such as Assassin's Creed Origins, Valhalla, and Odyssey, even though they are completely different in terms of how they interpret mythology itself, how the games play. You will have seen that Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology, and Norse mythology has been covered within these big AAA games. So when it comes to Age of Mythology, I want something more akin, as in have more realistic stories. Have stories that really impact you. It could be a God of War story, Have stories like that, so that we have characters that immerse us into the game. Now, this is a strategy game, of course. I'm not expecting the game to be like a Sony PlayStation AAA adventure campaign experience. I am not experiencing that. I am not advocating for that. But what I am advocating for is a strong campaign, because the game says there's 50 hours of great campaign content from Troy to, let's say, to Midgard, right? But I don't want these campaigns to just be a simple redesign or remaster. I want it to be a completely fresh experience. Yes, keep elements of the original campaigns, but I introduce a lot of new things as well. But I really want to rewrite the story to showcase a strong story. Of course, that is something unique. I want stories that grab me and pull me into researching about the gods and the new mythological realms. So if you're going to become a hero of myth or even a god, I can't wait. And they've also promised a fully remastered soundtrack, which is great, but I really do want more unique soundtracks, new campaign, new scenarios, and improved multiplayer matchmaking, which is great, full mod support, which is also awesome. So why don't we have all of that? I think that's fantastic. I think that's great. I think we should definitely have more of this. And if we can get more custom campaigns, I think it will be absolutely great. All in all, I think this is a great game to play. I really hope it's on Xbox Game Pass. I really do wish it would come. I really do want to play this game again. And I don't want to play the extended edition because it is too buggy. Way too buggy. And this retold version would be great, but I really want the AZTECS. I want the Hindu gods. I want the Korean gods. I want the Aztecs, the Incas, the Mesoamericans. I want Native American civilizations. I want all the gods of the pagan world. That's what I want. So this was just me giving my thoughts on what I think of Age of Mythology Returns. And if you played Age of Mythology, what did you like about the original game, the extended edition, and what do you want to see in this retold? What do you want to see in this retold version? So let's discuss, and I will personally comment on every single comment I get. Let's have that long, in-depth discussion if you want. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe.